Colorado Governor Jared Polis has dropped 100 years off the prison sentence of a truck driver involved in a crash that killed 4 people. As our Kelsey Kernstein reported earlier on Morning in America, the driver will instead only serve 10 years and will be eligible for parole in 2026. Joining me now to discuss how common this is to see such a dramatic commutation is appellate attorney Matthew Barhoma, who works to fight for defendants he believes were wrongly or inappropriately sentenced. Matthew, good morning.
Hi, good morning. Thank you for having me.
So Governor Polis changed this sentence, which was issued earlier this month, from 110 years to just 10. How common is this?
You know, it's common at this stage, but it's very common for the right kind of candidate, okay? Clemency power is literally intended for exactly this kind of thing, where the judge could use his clemency ability to commute a sentence that he feels is unfair.
So 4 people were killed in the crash that was caused by the truck driver. He was found guilty on 27 charges, including 4 counts of vehicular manslaughter. What's the typical sentence for 1 count of vehicular manslaughter?
Well, each count has a minimum sentence, okay? There is a sentencing scheme, and each count has a minimum sentence. In Colorado, I believe there's multiple counts here, and there's also other kinds of counts as well. And the real retribution is for some kind of negligence, so negligence that it's like culpable. So here, when you add all up 27 counts, it ended up with giving him 10 years, but sometimes that's not fair. And so here, the governor, took matters into his own hands and exercised his clemency power.
So let's go now to the new sentence. Do you think 10 years in prison with the possibility of parole is fair for this crime?
You know, it's hard to say. Is it fair? I think so. But who am I to say? Now, the biggest thing that you have to remember here is that people lost their lives, okay? Yeah. And there has to be retribution for that, right? There are steps that he could have taken to stop the car, and apparently in this case, he did it. So obviously, the DA has done a job here where they've been able to prove that, beyond a reasonable doubt, that he needs to pay some kind of sentence. The governor thinks that that sentence is appropriate at 10 years, and he still has to deal with the parole board. So I think that's pretty fair.
Let's go to the celebrities. Kim Kardashian got involved in this one, and this is something that we've seen in other cases. Do you think this is the new norm as we move forward when we're talking about social media users?
You know, it's a new level of involvement. Do I think it's a new norm? I think that's tongue-in-cheek, but I'll leave you with this. I'll tell you this. You know, the public as a whole felt really, entangled in this and really felt about this. 5 million worth of people, signing a petition here. And I think that the governor, they listened. And, they did something about that. And so I think that's a good thing.
Did the governor get it right?
Who am I to say? Do I think that 10 years is fair? Yeah. People lost their lives. Okay. There's victims here that are mourning. This is something that they get to, be able to partake in. He still has to, show remorse and meet all the levels of parole if he wants to see the light of day again. So, there's still a lot more here for him. But 10 years would be at least the minimum here.
Matthew Barhoma, thank you for your time.
Thank you.